welcome to the Yeah Come On Show with Southside Steve.
Yeah, come on. And I can tell you right now, it's going to be a fun show because we're going with a live guest right off the bat, Jeff.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Because this is unedited radio. This is what we're doing. It's 4 hours crammed into 30 minutes, straight through. Verbal commercials, and if you do hear one, it's only going to be about 15 seconds, but no music.
No music, but you have an option to listen to music at the end of the show with our Track 13, which we do every day.
And we've got a great one coming.
Oh,
God,
yeah.
this is a crank up song by one of my favorite bands, and it's a good song. And it did not get a lot of radio play, so you'll get to hear that at the end of the show. We are live in Alpharetta from the Exit Wealth Studios, and right now on the line from Regal Nissan in lovely Roswell, right at Georgia 400 and Holcomb Bridge, is Skipper. Good morning, Skipper.
Good morning, guys.
Oh, so you've got a big meeting. We tried to talk to you earlier. You were fixing some cars, getting some stuff done, or at least making sure all your techs get everything done. And you've got a Zoom call coming up soon that's going to keep you on for like about an hour. So we got to take you now. Now.
All right, let's knock it out then.
All right, it's Skipper with Sports, the service manager from Regal Nissan, where all you have to do is ask for Skipper or Miguel and ask for the Yeah Come On deal. Talk to me. Kirk Cousins, first off, is now saying, and I don't know if my Jeff knows here, he's not coming back. It looks like the deal is gone. He'll be gone by March.
But I thought he was our best bench guy, and he won the last few games because Penix was out.
He won the last 4. So what are your thoughts there, Skip?
Well, Kurt did a pretty good solid for the Falcons, allowed them to adjust to free up some cap space for this year.
Okay.
They're going to do them as a post-June 1 cut to split the cap hit between this year and next. Pretty much what they did is say, hey, by March 13th, either cut me or guarantee me $67 million. So I think we all know what's going to happen there.
So
what did you say, 6.7 or did you say 67?
6-7, man. 67 million.
7, so that's a money thing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's saving us because isn't the number 80 million?
That's what we've already paid him. Yeah, we've already paid him that. So this would be on top of it.
Is the arm? Can I get it going? I mean, my God, that's a lot of money.
Hey, teach your kids to throw a football, man.
I got 2 that can do it. I got a 5-year-old that throws like a 10-year-old. So maybe I'm already on my way and I don't even know it. All right. So do you think he's working with us? Is he looking like the good guy and still has a chance to play for another team?
Yeah, I think that's kind of what it is. He got some goodwill with the team, worked together to come adjustment with the contract. So I think all in all, it was a win-win for both parties.
What about Raheem Morris? I understand that there's people interviewing him. Should there be anybody interviewing him? I mean, I know Bijan Robinson and a lot of people have spoken out like, fantastic coach. I love him. I'm that's my guy. I'm sad. But, it was the call of ownership. But he's interviewed with the Cardinals, the Giants, and the Titans, or he's about to. That's a lot.
Yeah, so Raheem is known as a really great guy.
Okay.
Obviously, the players love him.
Yeah.
Players coach. I just don't see him getting a head coaching job. I think he's going to end up getting a defense coordinator job or special teams job, most likely one of those two. And this is just kind of like, hey, they're getting him in an interview. If they like him, maybe they bring him back as a coordinator.
That's what I think, too. I think special teams, that seems to be like the great gig. You got to be super, super nice, love your players, because those are the crazy players, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he's kind of going down. Like the head coach is the top job. He's going to kind of have to go down the ladder a little bit.
You got to realize here, Skipper, you know a lot about sports, and I know a pretty good bit. Jeff knows nothing.
Other than the early 80s Falcons and Braves and the 2005's Braves season.
So that's what you're dealing with. Mm.
Well, it definitely would be a demotion from a head coach. Mm-hmm. But, hey, he's still a good coach. He's a great guy. I think he deserves a job in the NFL, just not as a head coach.
All right, fair enough. I love great guys, so I'm not about to poo-poo on him. What else is going on in Atlanta sports?
Well, last night we had the tweet out from Shams Charania about Trae Young getting traded to the Washington Wizards. A change in the Hawks, something that definitely has been kind of going that way over the last 2 months since Jalen Johnson has had his breakout season. Going to get some cap relief going into next season with the expiring contract of C.J. McCollum, and then getting a nice bench shooter in Corey Kispert, who's under contract for 2 more years after this. So maybe not the return most fans would want for a star like Trae Young, but he just not fitting with the team. They wanted to get him in a situation where he wanted to go to Washington, give him an opportunity to help grow that core in the country's capital, and see where it goes from there. But from the Hawks' perspective, it kind of frees them up money in the offseason. But also, the one interesting thing is the rumors they may be in on Anthony Davis from Dallas Mavericks. So that could be an interesting move if they use his flexibility to go after him.
God, I just would love it if the Falcons could win a Super Bowl and the Hawks could just win a championship. I think the Braves have done what they needed to do. Anything else is gravy. But damn, that Hawks group just never wins.
Well, the owner's got to start spending some money. He doesn't like to go into the tax, and if you don't go in the tax, it's hard to win a championship in today's NBA.
There you go. All right, well, I appreciate it. That is sports right there, and it's brought to you this morning by David Markwell. I can tell you, you're a good man, Skipper. You're grounded. I talked to you too many times at Regal Nissan, but for those that are dealing with any kind of issues, and it could be just attention deficit disorder, and you're trying to work through it, relationship problems, David Markwell, markwelltherapy.com. Get a hold of David Markwell. Tell him you watch the Yeah Come On show. You definitely get a deal there. He has been my radio, what do you call him, Jeff? Doctor, what would you...
You're a radio therapist, radio counselor.
Would be a radio counselor. Sounds better than therapist. Yeah, but he's the guy that talks on air anytime there's a issue, and he's there for you. So, hey, look at that. No, you can't call me, Brooke. My own son just called me. What does that mean? Good Lord, I got a call from Brooks Rickman. I will figure that one out in a minute. I love this. This is what we do now, Skipper. Unedited radio. There's no way I would let that phone ring if we were doing this clean. Mm-hmm. But I thank you for your time. Get by Regal Nissan. See Skipper. He's there today. It's right off the interstate, Roswell, Holcomb Bridge Road in Georgia 400. Look them up. Walk in, ask for Skipper or Miguel. They'll take good care of you and give you a yeah, come on deal.
Y'all take care, guys. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, come on. I'm watching you hit that board.
Something's happened where it's not as responsive as it used to be, maybe because of the phone. It's just like it's happened a few months ago. I noticed it would kind of freeze. The first board we had never did that.
Wow.
So there's just something's a little clanky, but maybe it's because there's so much going on now because we added the video element compared to when we were doing just the radio.
Right.
So
now we do video. And for those of you that don't understand, for anybody out there, I guess, that podcasts or does anything, radio, the giant boards that are in radio stations are just obsolete now. And these little boards that do more, can do more. And we've got a very expensive one, and it still glitches.
Well, it's digital. It's because it's digital.
It's digital. I apologize. It's not hardwired in.
Yes.
It's digital.
Yes.
Is there a way to hardwire that in?
No, it's all a digital. It's a digital thing.
Oh, damn. Yeah. Can we go get a board from a defunct radio station?
I'm sure there's a lot of defunct radio stations that are probably selling their old boards.
And we could wire it in?
Yeah.
And have a giant board over there, and you're like hitting all the switches?
Yeah, like Southside Steve in 2002.
Oh, God, I ran a board. That was not easy. I ran a board for the regular guys from 98 to 2004. And then I ran a board when we went to Rock 100.5. I didn't have to. They had somebody there. But let me tell you, that was crazy. Oh, God, that's a pain. Coming up now, let's get nasty. Well, not nasty. Let's get fun. It's fun news. It's not political because I know where we're going with that today. It's Steve MZ. Steve MZ. Man, lots to talk about, but I like plucking different stories. Some of them may have come out a week or two ago. Some came out 30 minutes ago. This one I read this morning. I hadn't seen it, but there was a runner. This woman was running, and she's a marathon runner. So when you're a marathon runner, you got to train, right, Jeff? I mean, you got to do that. Seriously.
Well, yeah, those people that have the 13.1 and the 26.2 stickers on their cars. Those are runs, right?
Exactly. That's exactly what they're doing. Well, when you live in Colorado, that's beautiful, man. You want to run. I mean, it's scenic, but people don't like doing laps. Where are you safest running? A fenced-in track at a high school or anywhere, or maybe in a little public park,
or in your gym. Just going to a regular gym.
I guess, yeah, but then you got to do it. You got to run on a treadmill.
Yeah. No, but some have a track, like an
Yeah.
outdoor track you can run around the building.
People just want to see scenery, or they like different, inclines or what have you. But a marathon runner was out in Colorado training, and she got attacked by a mountain lion, and she died. And I'm like, damn, she's just on her phone. She got a little music. She's just running, and all of a sudden, and he took her down. And I'm like, well, you're running in their living space. I mean, that's where they're in the woods.
Well, it's like getting attacked by a shark. You're swimming in their territory.
It's their place, and it's up to them what they think. Food. I step on ants. I try not to, but I do. And you know what? They're in my world. So all I can say is this was horrific. Some people that were hiking or running, I don't know, came upon the mountain lion. They saw it first and realized it was over a body, and it took off. And so then all the rangers come in with the weapons, and they go mountain lion hunting because it mauled and killed somebody, which is horrible. And they killed 2 mountain lions, but only one of them had human DNA on it.
So they got the perp, and they got, I guess, some collateral damage.
Exactly. So they went on a hunt. They had to get the perp. There's no trial. They just killed you. Death sentence. And then the other one's a bystander. He didn't do anything. He ate berries, maybe killed a squirrel or a rabbit that morning for food, but got shot. That's collateral damage. But that's what happens when you run in the
why
woods.
don't anybody protest for the innocent mountain lions?
Well, they should. I mean, a lot of people were saying you shouldn't have shot the other one, but they say once they get the taste of human blood,
then they're
now,
more vicious.
they're more vicious and they're going to attack. Now, if they're rabid, they're going to attack anything. But the other mountain lion's like, look, man, I knew not to eat people. He did it. But whatever, they're gone. I can also tell you in the news, a fun story for me is Margot Robbie. She's a tattoo artist.
Mm-hmm.
She does. She tattoos. So if you do a movie with her, she wants to tattoo you. Like she brings her little gun, but she's a novice.
She's just practicing on people?
She really doesn't know how to tattoo, which is bad. And she puts pressure on you to do it. She was trying to do it with Harrison Ford, and he's like, hell no. But a lot of other people that do movies with her allow her to do it. She tattoos the bottom of toes.
Oh, so this is where no one can see it. This
Nobody
is
can
her
see it.
practice. That's her practice canvas.
It's a fun
if
thing.
I did a movie with her, I would say anywhere
Anywhere on my body,
You would?
go for it.
You'd let her do your neck?
Yo, yeah.
What about your face?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, with Jelly Roll and what's the other guy? Post Malone?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, Jelly
they're
Roll.
covered.
I can tell you right now, the talent, whoever did some of Jelly Roll's tattoos, is about as good as Margot Robbie. She's not good. But here it is. It's the bottom of toes. It's pretty cool if you can see that. I love it. And she just puts a smiley face or a sad face, and it's just her thing. So there's a lot of people walking around with tattoos on the bottom of their toes because of Margot Robbie. Also, are you a big Simpsons fan?
Yeah, I haven't watched it. It's still made. It's been on the air since 1989.
Do you believe that the Simpsons predict history?
I've seen those conspiracy theories. There are some things that line up. I think they're just coincidences, but
A lot lines up.
because the show has been on for so long. Eventually, things are going to line up. Yes.
Okay, that's a good point. I never looked at it like that. When you've had a successful show, 30 years, things are going to line up.
That makes commentary, social commentary, and political commentary for 40 years or almost 40 years now. Yeah, things are going to be line and look like coincidences.
Yeah, and this dude, Matt
Groening,
the
creator.
Yeah, he's the creator. He urged everyone lately. He said, delete Fox News if you're going to watch The Simpsons. It's just what Howard Stern did.
Well, which is funny because he's on the Fox network,
I know.
so he's kind of talking against the boss.
I guess they don't care. Is there a point to where you're so successful, maybe tired of doing what you're doing, where you just more than poke the tiger, you flick
yeah.
the tiger?
I mean, I
you
can't.
flick it.
I can't even. Could you imagine The Simpsons creating that and owning part of it, whatever he gets over and it'll never stop. The show's going to be on forever.
Oh, that's
So it'll
right. And
continue-
reruns forever.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And Howard Stern, same thing. They still gave him a contract, but he literally said, if you like Trump, quit watching. So they basically cut more than 50% of their audience
Yeah.
based on who's in the White House.
Yeah.
I would say you don't win unless you have over 50%. So, maybe you got enough money to do that. I don't. The last thing I want to end on and this is great, is we have a Wick 5 coming, baby.
Oh, you sent one of these trailers, quote unquote, for an upcoming movie. Let's see if it's real.
I didn't come back for revenge.
Oh, sounds good.
I came back because they wouldn't let me rest. Every name they whispered, every door they locked led me here. You can build empires on fear, but fear always remembers who taught it how to bleed.
Stop it.
Okay.
I got to remember that. Fear always remembers who taught it to bleed.
Okay, this
Oh,
sounds
that's
a lot
good.
like
Fear always.
this sounds a lot like one of those word salads we used to get from our vice
See
president.
the moment in time in which we exist and are present.
Yeah, this is like the trailer.
And to be able
Oh.
to contextualize it,
Yeah.
to understand where we exist.
Yeah, so this trailer, okay, this has got to be, this is an AI trailer.
Okay.
The underworld thought Wick was a ghost. Turns out, he's a warning.
Jason Statham.
Every rule we lived by is broken now. If this is the end of the old world, then we survive by choosing a side
Bad cliche.
and standing our ground.
They trained us to be weapons.
These are T-shirt messages, is what they are. I'm going to have one that says, "Fear always remembers who made it bleed." That is my line. But no, Jason Statham's in it. I think Charlize Theron's in it, and it's called Wick 5. John Wick 5.
Not people.
Is this supposed to be Charlie?
John Wick was the one who proved them wrong.
Yeah.
This isn't about contracts
I don't know.
anymore. It's about freedom. And tonight, the hunters become the hunted. They made us killers. He taught us how to choose.
You know what she also sounds like? That
Finish it.
that hot blonde that's in all the movies.
You were a
with Tom
weapon
Cruise.
we allowed to exist.
Cameron Diaz?
The world you're walking back into runs on order.
Who's that? That's a,
Our order. You don't end empires, John. You disappear inside them.
Yes. I've never seen those movies. I don't like those. Not like those movies.
well, he kills like 50 people, 100 people, and they're all like really badasses, and he kills them. It's not like Keanu Reeves in his other movies where, you kill 2 or 3 people as a policeman or this or that. No, he gets into this, and he kills more people in like 30 seconds. You're like, you just killed 12 people.
Wait, and this is a movie. This is what people like.
I mean, it's not anything you want the kids to see.
Well, I don't know why people make these fake AI trailers for sequels, because they're gonna make it. I mean, that's all Hollywood does is sequels and reboots. So eventually they will get to a John Wick 5 or whatever number, and they'll probably keep making them.
Well, you look at Tom Cruise. What's the thing? He's had 7 or 8. What are those movies?
Mission Impossible.
So the Mission Impossible, by the way, the blonde, Charlize Theron has blonde hair too, but it sounded like the girl that's in Mission Impossible, the last 2 or 3 with him. So the
I don't
voice,
watch-
maybe you're right,
I don't
unless
watch those.
Charlize is doing a fake English accent.
Yeah, well, no, it's the AI is doing the fake English accent. That
think-
was too much of a stretch for the AI to do.
You're telling me I don't get to see that movie?
No, I don't. Well, not maybe not this year, but eventually they will make a John Wick 5 for real, I think.
You think that's what they do? They're like, oh, let's watch AI, man. They got some great ideas. You know what? We can make that
I hope
movie.
not.
That's Steve MZ.
All right, so we alluded a little bit to protesting. So-
We got into it, and this is brought to you this morning by Exit Stage Left Advisors. If you've got a business, maybe you've had it for 20, 30 years, contact me through your DMs. They're a proud sponsor. We love to give them leads. It's all shh. You don't want anybody to know you're talking. It's all where you sign your little papers going, we're not going to talk, because some people just want to know what the business is worth, and maybe they want to sell it in 5 or 10 years. But let me know. Exit Stage Left Advisors, no matter what, if you call them directly, just tell them Southside Steve sent you. It helps. We need sponsors. And right now,
Polydictainment.
we need understanding, because it is heating up in Minneapolis. I take it that's where you're taking me.
Yeah, I kind of feel for Tim Walz. I do, but I don't, because he's coming off dealing with the Somalian scam that's been going on in Minnesota. Now this girl got shot by ICE.
Yeah.
While I guess protesting. Renee Nicole Macklin, 37 years old. She was shot and killed yesterday, right? And so I guess they were there protesting ICE.
Right.
an incident where the officer thought she was going to run over him because she was blocking the road or something.
Yeah, and they're saying ICE says that they have coverage because there's always people they have to film. It's the same thing as the police now. They have cameras just to defend themselves if someone's life is taken, especially like this is what was happening because, witnesses, sometimes there's no witnesses or there are no street cameras. In this incident, I think we have body cams and we have street cameras. So from what I'm hearing, and, obviously the president was upset, this woman showed up at 2 different ICE events yesterday.
In one day?
So, and she recently moved to Minneapolis. It looks like she was by herself. She had a girlfriend with her. There's an interview of the girlfriend on the porch after she's been shot. And then obviously she kept her foot on the gas and hit another vehicle. So the airbag deployed and there's blood all over the airbag. And you see the officer coming up the street and he's basically limping a little bit. And they're saying he was hit, released. He's fine, but he was hit by the vehicle. And that she went forward, then she went reverse, and then she went forward again faster towards the officer.
So, and he shot her, thinking that he was about to get hit.
He thought he thought he was in fear of his life. You don't know.
Do you think he was going for a kill shot, or was he, or maybe that's going to be a kind of a thing of maybe if he was shot in defense, if he shot her in self-defense, why couldn't he? I guess if you're looking at aiming at a car, how are you going to not hit something that's
well, the only thing showing is your
life-threatening?
upper body. It's your and really when you're behind the steering wheel, it is a little bit of your upper torso and your head. It was a head wound. So that tells me, he just shot into the windshield and, it's that 1 second where you're like, do I want to go home to my family or not?
Well, and I guess it's in a crowd, right? So it's not like he can just start blasting the car in general to stop it or
and that's the movies. He could shoot 2, 3, 4 bullets into the car, into the grill, thinking it's not going to stop in time from hitting him. And even if he shot the tire, it's still going to hit him. So he shot the driver and then got out of the way. So the details will come out, but man, this is becoming a huge problem.
Now there's going to be even more protests.
I know.
So this is going to divide us even more.
And there shouldn't be a division. First Amendment rights, and I think everybody agrees you have the right to protest, but protest is not doing bodily harm to anyone. Period. Especially not a federal agent.
Yeah. Well, not even the local police. You don't mess with them. If you're going to protest,
Do your sign and do whatever.
and like you always say, whatever you talk about, kind of the left and these protesters, the first thing that comes out of your mouth, just don't block the streets.
Don't block the street. Stay on the side. I can read your sign. If you stay on the side, I have more respect for you. I'll read your message. I'll take it. I'll consider it. You block the streets, stand in front of my vehicle, or you hit my vehicle with your hands, I will hate you forever and never, ever take your side. I don't know what they're trying to do. You cannot do this. For some reason, people think they have to do it by force. And if you're going to bring force and you're going to go into the streets and try to stop ICE, whether you're Antifa or any other organization, and another thing we always say is, how do these people have time to protest?
Yeah, that's what I say too. That's like the only time I've ever done anything like that, which wasn't even protesting. Mine were celebrations. Was one, the Braves parade on the worst of first season.
Oh, that was
91.
a good one. Oh, and that parade did a lot of damage. People stood on cars and damaged them because they just wanted to see Atlanta Braves on fire trucks.
Yeah, it was celebratory damage.
Yeah, man.
No one made a big fuss about that.
No.
And around the same time, there was an Olympic parade when they announced that we were going to get the Olympics around 91. And I went to that. And that was only because I was in 10th grade, and I think they gave us the day off school. You got an excused absence.
Well,
other than that, I've been working. I wouldn't have time to go to any celebratory parades or protests.
no, and here's the thing. What we're starting to figure out, are these people working as well?
Yeah, right. It's 2 in 1 day.
You're being paid, and that's the thing.
Oh, yeah, that's the whole...
There's a lot of deep, deep money that is paying these people to get upset. They show people getting upset at 3 different things where they're professional protesters. And do you know there's a video, too, that came out in a church in Minnesota where people were training. They were training them on how to protest, how to behave when a camera's on you, how to say the same thing over and over and over again so the message can't get out, and just act crazy.
Oh, wow.
Like they're training them. Then you find out with Antifa, there's these places they just walk through a door, get a shower, get their new gear, get this, get that, get a new mask, get some new protective glasses, a helmet, go back out on the street. I mean, it's not like it should be. It's not. A protest should almost come from an employee of a company that's mistreating employees.
Well, like Martin Luther King used to do.
Or a civil rights issue.
Like,
Hell, yes. That I get. This is just, I hate Trump.
oh, it's the king. One of these that they were doing was the No Kings protest, which by definition, if you're able to protest, it's not a kingdom.
No. Because guess what? A dictator or a king would have you thrown in jail.
Right.
Try to protest. Do you see protesters in Russia or in China? No, because they'll kill them.
Yeah, as we saw.
Because it's a dictator.
Yeah, Tiananmen Square. Remember the famous the one student in front of the
tank.
The tank.
Yeah, that tank didn't. The tank went left, right, and then it said, you know what? Go straight.
All right, we already did sports with Skipper earlier. We had to rearrange our schedule.
Because Skipper had to do something. Again, the one thing that we love about this, and if there's anything you're going to say about us on the street or to a friend going, hey, man, Southside's got this, or Jeff Cole, remember him on weekends?
I don't think anyone remembers me on weekends.
Well,
Thank you for the compliment.
Yeah, I mean, he was on the River, man. He was on the Bull. He was on that mix station. He did some 96 Rock stuff. Who knows what people say?
Well, there was one time that I thought that I made an impact as a weekender on 96 Rock. Do you remember that there was that radio board before social media? There was like a blog. It was called Radio Atlanta, or Radio Info, and people would comment about stuff.
Yes.
And someone made a post about me. Hey, I like Jeff Cole. He gives knowledge about music. And I don't know who it was because no one knew. They were all kind of anonymous.
It wasn't
you? It wasn't me, and wasn't any of my friends. So someone actually posted. So that's the only time I got any kind of feedback from being a weekend DJ on any of these rock stations.
Wow. God, and it's a wonder you even show up to work with me.
Well, part of it is because I'm the Doc of Rock and we do track 13. That was one of our favorite things on the morning radio show we had on Fox FM.
It is.
So,
and we're going to do that. Also, you see my shirt. Mine says the Yet Come On Show. So it's right there. Yeah, where's my wire? And this is the old logo, and then you've got
this is the newer one? Well,
it's the new logo. It's the logo. It's on the bourbon as well as a lot of the new Yet Come On look, the YC. Both these shirts available at yetcomeon.com. You know, it's one of those things where the podcast was always just kind of a fun thing. Let's just do it. You know, I did it drunk, interviewed a bunch of crazy people and acted crazy. Then you and I started working together, and then you and I basically said, hey, let's have a reason to do it. Look, we're both trying. Let's get a hold of entrepreneurs. Let's look at people and tell us life, liberty, and the pursuit of show business, which is what you do for a living. What did you do to get there? And that worked for us. But then when you're unemployed, because we're not in corporate radio anymore, and we're not in independent radio, we're guns for hire. But that's why we did this. We're like, let's do a radio show. You can't monetize or we can't even get $100 a month if we play music because they're going to ding us. So we're like, we'll do the music at the end. Yeah. Commercials, we'll make it quick, do verbal, and do some social media for these clients. But we're not going to wear you out with 60-second commercials.
No, and we'll have fun with them too.
And we're going to have fun with them. Matter of fact, we might even bring them on. So anybody that you hear advertised is somebody I 100% believe in. I may have worked with them before, but there's a few people talking to us that want to come on. And I'm just going to help other people be successful that are helping us be successful. But this is a cool new thing we're doing. So spread the word. All we need you to do is subscribe. That's what everybody asked for. I'd never charge for this, and I'm never, ever going to get mad at you for not watching every show. But, man, if you view it and you dig it, spread the word or just subscribe just because you like Jeff and I.
Yeah, and we do it new shows every day, every weekday. Yeah. We'll drop new content, as they say in the business.
We're going to drop content just like we dropped sponsors. Exit Wealth. These are the Exit Wealth studios. Also under the Exit, we do Exit Stage Left Advisors. That helps you sell that business, man, if you've had it forever, or you just want to know what it's worth and want to look at an exit plan 5-10 years from now. I've got the people you want to talk to with so much money, and usually they get you 30% over your asking price for your business. And lastly, Regal Nissan. We started the show with Skipper. He's the service manager at Regal Nissan in Roswell, right there, Holcomb Ridge Road, 400. Go in there and ask for the Come On deal with Skipper or Miguel. One of them is always there, and they will take care of you. promise you. And now, Jeff, I turn it over to you, but I kind of help with this one.
Yeah, this is your second favorite band, Def Leppard.
Love Def Leppard. Definitely my second favorite, 100%. And Journey first. But this is a song that I don't think got a lot of radio play. It is a deep cut.
Yeah, and all these early Def Leppard records, any song could count as a track 13
Or should have gotten radio play, particularly
High and Dry. This is the first album they did with Mutt Lange.
Okay.
Right before, of course, Pyromania, which was their big.
Mutt
biggest
Lange,
record.
he really changed the sound for a lot of bands.
AC/DC.
Yeah, he's pretty damn brilliant.
Foreigner, The Cars, Billy Ocean.
Yeah, okay. All right.
But yeah, no, everyone, even the Gen Pop, even knows the name Mutt Lange.
Yeah,
That's how
is he
big he
still
is.
alive?
Yeah, he's still alive. He's always in a recluse. You could barely find any photos or footage of him.
He wasn't backstage during all these great Def
no.
Leppard concerts. He just
No.
put it together in a studio and said, "Take care,
Yep,
brother."
and went on to the next one. So this is the first time working with Def Leppard, High and Dry. What do we want to do from it?
There's a song that I love, and I can't wait to see what you say, so you can pull it up when I tell you, because I know you got the album in front of you. I like Mirror Mirror.
Mirror Mirror is a great one. And God, this I think is my favorite Def Leppard record, top to bottom.
High and Dry.
High and Dry.
So
High
then
and
you
Dry.
know the song Mirror Mirror.
course.
That's great that you love High and Dry and I dig Pyromania, but I wish Mirror Mirror was on Pyromania. It would make it even better. But this is, to me, the best song on this album.
Well, you can hear it right now. Just click the link. It's in the description of this video. And we'll end the show with track 13, Def Leppard, High and Dry, 1981. It is Mirror Mirror and the Come On Show.